my best thinking done when I'm doing laundry or dishes. I don't mind that stuff. I actually kind of like it. Because the thing I'm best at is thinking and managing. That's why they like to keep me at the bottom. They keep the thinking stuff for the people that don't want to do anything. Ain't nothing I can't do. I've had probably 100 jobs. I moved 80 times. Because this long story. I wanted to tell this part. So I want to get all this shit out of the way. Because I want my next relationship to be the last one. And I don't want to carry this shit with me. And, well, that's already there. Right? So let's see. All right. So I was working here at the co-op an hour, right? And as a tire truck driver, 24-hour service truck. And while I ran that truck, nobody would take it for a single day for at least a year or more that I worked there. And every person they'd hire for me to train would only work a couple months and then vanish. So I'd never have any relief. So no matter what, I had to work every day. But hey, I'm an angel. Fucking saving people is what I do. It don't matter the conditions. Right? So, and I was going through it during this time of my life where, shit, I get home from work sometimes, and probably often, have a couple rum and cokes, and like I said, smoke, a couple puffs, and well, for about 10 years of my life, I'd come home from work and have a couple drinks or smoke, and I'd study. I'd be going to school for 3 or 4 hours a night for at least 10 years of my life, for free, for fun. Because everything else is boring. Nobody got anything to talk about. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm learning this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm fucking out there saving people and coming home and becoming the scholar, for nothing. While kicking the shit out of myself. Well, in any condition. I remember there was a time I took ayahuasca, and then one of the co-op heads or whatever, or the board of directors calls me to come fix a tire while I'm on ayahuasca. Sure, I went out and did it. He's just standing over me the whole time. My eyes are probably blown. I'm just doctor. Fucking did it just perfect, I mean, I'm a machine. And, yeah, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so I'm working it, right? And this is going to lead into, this is a long story, kind of lead into how we got to COVID. So I'm working there. I'm seeing this chick on the side. I pretty much cleaned everything up mostly, And she was a lush and a really quiet girl. So she'd only want to meet me at the bar with her friends, drinking. And then she'd be protected by her friends. But then she'd start talking, but she wouldn't hardly talk to me. Like, okay. Anyway, so then I go, she tells me to meet her at Champs one night. So I head up there to meet her, and I have one rum and coke. And she texts me, I can't make it, something came up. And I'm like, all right. Well, that's all right. I'm going to head home. And then I start for the door, and the bartender runs up behind me and says, oh, wait, somebody bought everybody a Washington apple shot. Here, take yours. So then I take the shot. I'm driving home. About 5 minutes later, I'm dead in a car accident. Yeah. So I wake up in the hospital, right? And I'm already sitting up on the bed and talking to the officer. And he's, I guess I've already been talking to him. And I don't know what I said. And he goes over and talks to the doctor. The doctor walks in, he goes over and talks to the doctor. And the doctor says something like, he wasn't very intoxicated to do this. And, for this to happen. And in the accident, I cut off a telephone pole right between the co-op towers, probably going about 40 to 60 miles an hour, like in a 2, 3 blocks span. And like I just turned the corner and floored it to die. I don't know. I wasn't there. They drugged me at the bar. And on the train tracks with telephone pole down, the telephone pole went like all the way past the axle, right directly at me. Like I was pushed up past the front tire. I had ripped the steering wheel off the column, and I didn't have my seatbelts on, which I normally would. And the airbag stopped my heart, broke my ribs down both sides where my leather jacket was laying like this, busted my ribs down both sides, stopped my heart, I guess. And the steering wheel's still in my hand when they pulled me out of the car. And even after then I get to the hospital, and I felt okay to go home, but they're like, you gotta stay overnight for observation. So then I'm sitting in the waiting room or whatever, and like for like 12 hours, just sitting there in the waiting room instead of in another room, you know. And then they release me, and I get home, and I lay in the bed to go to sleep, and I wake up in the morning, and I can't even move. I can't get out of bed. I pretty much have to throw myself out of bed, and it's the most excruciating pain in my entire life. And I asked the hospital for the toxicology report. They never gave it to me because I know I'd been drugged, and that all went missing, whatever. And then nobody, not even my mom, no family came to visit me. I was just stuck on the couch for for at least a month. Just like I couldn't move, just stuck on the couch like this, with the TV is my computer screen and the mouse up next to me. And that was time that during that time I researched all the conspiracy theories and all that crazy stuff, and caught up on the world. And that's when I found out how they were running the weather and stuff. Because, well, I got this crazy intuition. I could see through fucking walls and shit, and artifacts and things and whatever. I don't know. I put things together. And then the first time anybody comes visits me, my mom calls me and says, "Hey, our washer and dryer broke down. I'm gonna bring over the laundry." She brings me over like fucking like 10 loads of laundry. I don't know, like shitload of laundry. And I can't hardly get off the couch. Like in the morning, I just have to throw myself on the floor, and it was like going through a car accident again. And the pain pills they gave me some like some stuff that didn't work. And the best thing they give me is a 10 milligram Lortab, which I liked 5 milligram Lortabs when I wasn't all fucked up, because then I'd feel like I'm perfect. I'd feel like I was speeding, but not speeding. And I wouldn't feel all goofy. And I'd just be like super normal. Like, I don't know. But during that car accident, fuck, 10 milligram Lortab, barely touched it. And if I took 2 of them, even within 4 or 5 hours, I'd had hiccups. They wouldn't stop for 2 or 3 hours. And imagine having broken ribs and hiccuping for 2 or 3 hours, and being like somebody stabbed you, ripped your chest open every 30 seconds. So yeah, that was pretty painful. The first person that comes over, right? Well, sure, I did all my mom's laundry. You're that fucked up. Because that's who I am, I guess. Carrying the whole world's load. Atlas here. Well, everybody's getting paid, sitting around drinking coffee. Well, so the first person that comes over is this guy I haven't seen for a long time, and he's like, "Oh man, I got so you need to get out of the house." And I'm like, "Fuck, I can't even walk to the mailbox. Could you go get my mail? I don't think I've checked it in 2 weeks." And he brings me the mail, and then he's like, "You gotta get out of the house. You need to come to the bar with me." And I'm like, "I ain't fucking drinking. He's like, "You just need to get out of the house." So I go to the bar with him, and I'm drinking water. and I run it. No, actually, there's a part to this before that, but so or maybe it's right after. Anyway, and so then I ran into my second wife before. I hadn't seen her in like 8 months, and that's a story to its own how that happened. But then she's like, "I'm 18." And I'm like, "Okay, hey, can I come over stay the night?" I'm like, "Okay." So I had a good time, and then she didn't move out, until we divorced. From that time, she had her own apartment and stuff, and she held on to and paid for a few months. And for the first year of that relationship, that was the best year of my life, really. I mean, the best relationship. But so then, so I'm all laid up at home, and she's working it somewhere, and she's just helping pay for little stuff. I ended up getting my 401k reimbursed to me, so I covered all my own bills, not like she was paying for anything. I took care of all my own shit. And then Aaron comes over, and he's like, I don't remember if it was right just before or just after I met her. He comes over, he's like, "Oh man, I got somebody you gotta meet." And I'm like, "Okay, but we gotta walk over there. It's like 5 blocks." I'm like, oh, barely move. Okay, walk over there. This guy, we just talked for a few minutes. This guy's like, he's gone. I don't know what he's. Well, I do know what he's on. He was on acid, and it was one of the drugs that I'd always wanted to try. After I got high on weed the first time, I was like, acid. I want to try that. Before I die, I gotta try that. Yeah, I'd never seen it. All my time before that, I'm like 30, right? I go over there, talk to him, and within like an hour of being there, he's like, "You're the coolest dude I've ever met in my whole life. You're so awesome. Here, you want some acid?" I'm like, "I guess." He's like, "I hear it's a super good painkiller, and since your shit ain't working, and you should have something to look at while you're on." And I'm like, "Okay, I try it." Well, he gives me like 2, 3 hits. I go home, I take him. For some reason, it doesn't do anything. Same thing happened first time I smoked pot. It didn't do nothing. I'm like, what the I don't know why people do this stuff. Well, so I come back like a week later, and I'm like, I don't know. It didn't really do anything. He's like, he gives me 3 sheets of acid, 2 or 3 sheets, hits, 100 hits, like 200 or 300 hits. And I'm like, the fuck, I can't pay you for this. How much does she cost? I don't know. He said, fine, you can pay me later. It's cool, it's cool. I'm like, holy fuck, okay. Okay. I take it that night, and I'm like, holy fuck, this stuff is cool. Wow, I'm like, man, this is what I hoped a trip would be like. Nothing is like this. This is cool. And then my girlfriend at the time, my second wife, and she's like, "Hey, I got some people over to buy some of this or man." Sure, why not? I got way too much of this stuff. Yeah, why not? So then I got people coming by, hanging out, and we're talking about philosophy and stuff, because, I don't know. Yeah, I'm studied up on everything in the world, whatever they want to talk about. And meet some cool people. And one of them is a good friend of mine now, actually. One of the only people I've ever stayed friends with for a long time. He visited me in South Dakota when I was up there, out of the blue, and I hadn't seen him in 3 years. Well, anyway. So then I came and visited that guy one more time, and next time I saw him, he even gave me more. I think I had, in total, I had 300 or 400 his fast for free. I don't know. And then I only saw him one time after that, and then he got busted. It was weird. So I never had to pay for it. But I'll tell you, it's a way better painkiller on a microdose, less than would make you trip, than any opiate, without the side effects. Yeah, they're holding back. They're holding back on everybody. Opiates are death, and this super smallest dose of LSD would take the edge off anything. It's a way better painkiller. This helped me through my car accident, right? So I go back to work, and there's a guy that ran out on us in the middle of the busiest season the summer before. Just stomped out of there. I ain't fucking doing nothing. Just being a little bitch, right? I'm like, fuck God. And of course, he was the first person that actually would take the phone on the weekends, every other weekend sometimes. So I barely got any relief. Well, then he ran out on us and then my car accident. Well, um, he's back, right? They hired him back. And then it comes around to us getting a raise in February. And they suddenly give him a raise. I've been there like 5 years. I started at $9 an hour doing everything. Everything. For nothing, like always. And this little bunk bitch comes in, and I'm doing it all after a fucking dying and shit. And they gave him a raise over me. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy is gonna ditch you guys as soon as he gets a chance. As soon as he gets his titties in a twist, he's gonna stomp out of here and act like he's God's gift to the world. That's the way most people are. I don't know. Well, yeah, okay. I started coming up with an idea. I'm like, well, I'm all fucked up now. I don't know if I'll ever recover. I don't want to do manual labor anymore. It's just gonna break me down. Even though I've done all kinds of labor, I've constructed houses, done concrete, everything. And I've done all the desk jobs, accounting, all this stuff, bookkeeping, running all different whatever systems, you know. And basically, any job doesn't take a brain, for the most part. You show how to do it once, and then you can do it. I mean, fuck. They make it seem like, oh yeah, you have to go through 10 years of college to do this, and then it turns out, oh, well, once you're there, you're just like, sign your name. Okay, well, put this in this column. Okay, you know, it's I guess that's how you gotta ladder people, huh? And then the less useful they are, the higher up they go up the ladder, unless they can do it and manage people, which that's my expertise, and seeing through walls, and knowing who to trust, and watching the books. See where shit's missing. I should be the head of the IRS. Anyway, so then I'm like, all right, I need to do something else. I was like, something told me, I got a good one. I'd be a locksmith. That doesn't take much. And even if I got to get a license, whatever, no problem. And my girlfriend, soon to be wife at the time, she's an amazing artist in charcoal and pencil and stuff. And I'm like, damn, you're a talented artist. You should take this somewhere, you know? She's like, well, I kind of like doing tattoos. I'm like, fucking right. I'll get you the stuff. Boom. I said, I bought her all the shit. I'm like, there you go. There's your fucking tattoo office right at our house. You got people to tattoo? Boom. There you go. And then in a year or so, we'll get out of here and we'll move to the city. I'll get into locksmithing. You tattoo. Here's our new life. Damn, son, that's how you do it, right? Turn that frown upside down. So we're going along, and come my birthday, co-op wants to pull some shit on me. I'm smoking pot every night after work since it started, pretty much. And they'd taken piss tests, I believe, and didn't say nothing because they needed me. Oh, but now they think they got one over on me. Because now they got two guys that have walked out on them before that are running it. It's two kids. So my birthday, I come back and give me a piss test. I can't remember. Maybe I was warned before. Or what, I don't know. Anyway, and I told the boss, well, I'm going to fail. He said, just go take it. Okay. Well, so I come back, and he all takes me in the back room and says, all right, if you want to work here until November when you're going to move to the city, you're going to pay us to work here. You're going to pay us for the drug test whenever we want to give one to you. And this much out of your paycheck. And then we'll let you work here. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you shitting me? See those two kids out there? Plus the alignment guy? You're going to lose all of us. You're probably going to lose those guys in 30 days. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go work at the gas station next door. You ain't treating me like this. Sure enough, moved over to the gas station. 30 days later, they all left. Just like that. They lost 4 employees. Trying to fuck over their number one that's been through hell and back. So now we're at a gas station. 6 months. Right before we're getting ready to go to the city, I tell my wife, I'm like, all right, everything's gonna go perfectly fine as long as we work together as a team, right? We made it through all this. Everything's going fine. We just gotta communicate, do the books, talk about what we're gonna do next, set up a plan. It's easy. It's easy, right? Okay. Fucking no, can't tell nobody nothing. And especially if you're gonna make them successful, and they get to use their own skills. I mean, shit. And you gave them everything to do it, and you're making the road, and all they got to do is they don't have to follow directions. They're just gonna be like, well, we're working together. No, I tell her, okay, you're on birth control. We're not having a kid for a couple of years. We communicate about all the money. I mean, just it's easy. Suddenly, she starts hanging out with all these fucking tramps. I don't know, these fucking girls out of nowhere. And he starts coming home, start fights with me, and accusing me of shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Accuse me? What are you up to? I don't know. It's fucked up. And even like tries to tell me that she's gonna take my house from me inside my house that she moved into and all this stuff. What the fuck? Oh, this is crazy. How's this fucking? Why does everybody do this? Is everybody this fucked up? God damn. You can't even fucking give them a golden ticket. Dumbass me. Well, let's go to the city. Spend all our money. Get to the city. Right away, she's like, well, I start this job, right? In the city here. Fuck that place will eat you alive. Every fucking corner, there's people standing on asking to wipe your windows, $5, whatever. You can't even walk into a gas station or even pump your gas. People running up to you asking you for your socks and shit. I'm like, holy fuck. I hate it here already in a week. This place is nasty as fuck. I don't know why anyone would move to this place. And they call this place the city of the heart. This is the heart center of America. Fuck, this place needs a whole bunch of brains and new bodies. This place fucking sucks. Well, I can't get hired anywhere. It's all difficult. Even though I got all the skills and stuff, but every place somehow sets it up so they'll make sure that I don't have any good references and all this shit. Even though I'm the best employee they ever had. So the first place that hires me is this place called Giro by Ali's, or Hero, however you want to call it. And he's just getting ready to open the place up. He's like, well, you can be my head cook. I'm like, all right, I ain't got a lot of choices, and I've been a cook. I'm a good cook. I can cook anything. I mean, shit, just show me what you need. He's like, good. I started this business with a food truck, and my parents' money, and I still got a food truck in Tulsa, and now I'm opening this here, and probably start a food truck here. This is gonna expand. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You're gonna be set. Okay, just stick with me. Okay. Fuck, he starts me out at $8 an hour in the city as his man. It's his fucking man. What the fuck? So I get to work the morning shift. I get to prepare everything for the entire place. That's a hookah bar too. I get to prepare everything for the entire place, clean up from the night before, and then him and his buddy, his partner, Taha, Ali and Taha, come in the afternoon and kick up their feet on a desk and flirt with the hot waitresses and go sit outside and smoke the hookah with the cool people that want to be close to the cool people that are business professionals. Yeah, fucking everybody over and lazy as fuck. Got their man in there that did all the shit for them for nothing. Yeah, real ballers. I had a big crush on a girl named Maria there. Oh, well okay. So 3 days after I start this job, well, I think it's 3 days. She tells me I'm pregnant. I'm like, what? Huh? We talked about this. Fuck. Man. She's like, well, I stopped taking my birth control. I'm like, why the fuck did you do that? That's what I told you not to do. What the fuck? Well, I was bleeding. Okay, why don't you go to the doctor? Well, because I didn't want him to see me like that. What the fuck? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me right now? I said, well, since I was bleeding, I figured I wasn't pregnant. I'm like, are you fucking stupid as fuck? Okay, get your head around shot. Okay. All right, I'm gonna be dad. All right, okay. Okay, it's fine. We take care of it. Oh, man, I got the shit. Okay? Third day of work, she goes and gets an abortion. Charges it to my credit card after she says okay. So it charges my bill with the death. Then acts like, oh, she's so sad about it. She's so torn up. She didn't know what to do. Then this weird thing happens. I'm sitting in front of I'm just doing my, I don't know, researching, just looking at shit around the world. I'm looking at the Egyptian alphabet one night. And I'm like, huh. Suddenly, I see this. I'm like, fuck. This shit translates right across into English. Oh my God. I think I could read letters. And within 24 hours, I put together a code and a legend for how to read letters and how to read pictures that seemed to match up everywhere that I looked. I'm like, fuck, this is crazy. I gotta check this shit out. This is nuts. I could go look at other alphabets. I could figure this out. And I just barely mentioned it to my wife. She's like, jumps in my face. She's like, God damn it, Josh, you ruined everything. I'm leaving you. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Apparently she was sleeping with her boss at Taco John's. So she runs out on me after. And the weird thing is, we lived in literally an all-black neighborhood. We're the only white people for at least 5 blocks. But luckily, there was like this viaduct or whatever, this bridge area between us and the other side where it was really rough. And there was like 3 blocks on our side that was cut off from that part without like going 4 blocks down and across the bridge or 4 blocks down and across the bridge. And this is where everybody's grandparents and the churches were. And there was a guy across the street that's like everybody's mechanic guy. Everybody goes to him if they got a problem or whatever and needs something fixed or whatever. He's just like the neighborhood fixer-upper. And she left me without a car. I'm like, when she comes by to get her stuff, I'm like, I need a car. You can't fucking just do this to me. I spent everything to get here. I pay for that shit on my credits. Fuck now. I'm gonna die here. What the fuck? I can't even get to work. And so I'm like, all right, how about this? You sign a loan and get me a car. And I'll take care of everything else, the divorce and whatever. So I get a car. It's all fucked up. I can't remember the deal. It's like a broken axe or a spring, shock, something. I had to go get it, install it myself. never done it before, figured it out. Had a guy across the street, like, come borrow me some tools and take me to the parts store and stuff. And this car was literally, there wasn't nothing that worked on this car. The key was busted off in it. The trunk had to be bungeed down, like, um, everything. Like, the gas gauge didn't work. The radio was stuck on one station. There was nothing right on this car, and it drove. All right, so then back to here by Ali's, somewhere around that same time with this jump. So I barely survived in the fucking city after having a plan, getting everything together all again and again. It's everybody's golden child, the man, and everybody's fucking doing nothing and feeding off of me. It's okay. You get yours, I guess. And there's a girl I really like at work, Maria. She's young, she's sweet, Hispanic girl. She has like a 2-year-old boy. He's so sweet, you know. I'm meant to be a dad. Like, fuck, I'm just like, that's, and ever since I was a kid. I never met my dad, I had a real bad stepdad. I always wanted to be a dad. And I wanted to either meet God, know what God is, or to meet a man that could show me how to be a man. I ain't never met a man yet that could do that. Not even a little bit. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but I ain't met one. Well, so I'm interested in Maria, right? It's this weird thing. So then I heard this Tupac song, and it starts with, I think it's called Come and Get It or something like that. It starts with, Te quiero coger. And her sister started working there, right? In the morning, we're all chopping shit up, and I'm just like, hey, can you tell me what this means? Te quiero coger. And they're like, oh, dude, did you say it to her? Did you say it to her? And like, I don't know what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you. It says, hey, do you want to fuck? I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, that's funny because, yeah, but I didn't know that. Man, it's awkward. It's awkward. Weird thing. So then, like, a week later, since I mentioned Maria, Taha and Ali used to have a party and invite her and her sister over there. And Taha sleeps with Maria because she's all into him. She's all starved for Taha. And he sleeps with her and then treats her like he doesn't know her. And just fucking uses her like a piece of shit. Just like both these dudes. But everybody loves Taha and Ali. Yeah. They just fucking just throw people in trash left and right. And then they're the golden children. Their parents just hand them money. And they don't fucking care about nobody. They just go around fucking raping people and leaving them in the gutter. What the fuck? So I left that place. I got a different job. In a pizzeria. Papadino's. Well, anyway, so then I'm figuring out, man, I gotta get the fuck out of the city. This place is fucked up. And the place where they control the weather, here's the center for it. It's only like 10 miles away in Norman. They got a whole fucking satellite dish of those things in an array down there. That's why the worst tornadoes in history are just right there, because that's where they test that shit out. Okay. And there was nights where I'd be sitting there, and then all of a sudden, like a fucking modem inside my head, and no pillows, no nothing could do anything to it. And then boom, then all of a sudden there'd be a fucking hailstorm that only happened like in a mile around me. And I'm like, I drive to work, and I just drive out of the hailstorm. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys just fucking scaring me. I don't want to be here. I gotta get the fuck out of here. This place is death. There ain't nothing good in Oklahoma City. I'd rather live in the desert. Well, so I get on Facebook, like most losers do. I don't know. I don't use Facebook. I got the whole book right here. And I started talking to this girl that I knew from high school. And she was sweet and everything. And I'm like, hey, I'll come meet up with you or whatever if you want. She said, oh yeah, I had a couple of kids and whatever. And it seems like, okay, I gotta get out of here no matter what. So I took out a loan, like $5,000, and moved in with her in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Cammy. I get there and I find out, damn, she didn't tell me about a lot of this shit. So this is kind of another rough situation. Damn. And she's like missing all of her teeth and dentures, and she ain't even like, she's like 30, and her baby daddy's like hardcore into math off and on. They're separated, but he comes by and uh, gets some kids and stuff, and they're all, of course, not raised at all, and they're all like wild, and or so each one has issues. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we'll do it then. Well, so I started this gas station. It's a couple blocks away, right? I swear it was 3 days, 4 days into that job. Then I come home, we're sitting out front on the porch smoking a cigarette, and we're walking to the house. All of a sudden, she turns around fast and tries to slam the door on me. I'm like, what the fuck? I put my arm in, she slams on my arm. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you trying to let me out of the house? She said, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police. Like, what the fuck? Just like a Chris shit from the last story. I'm like, oh, everybody is fucking out of their mind. Everybody's got a demon in them. God damn it. Paid half her bills. And shit. Taking good care of the kids. Everything in her life is wrong. But she's got this house. It's like nice and shit. On assistance and fucking using her mom and stuff. Good guy comes around and fuck him over. What the fuck? She calls the police and they come over and they're like, and I'm like, my mail comes here. I don't know if I lived there 30 days or whatever. I swear I did. I'm like, I've been here 30 days, I'm on mail. I'm resident here. And then they're like, well, you can't stay here. They fucking put me on the street. And she has all my stuff and my 2 cats. And I think I told you before, all the animals that are had. I'm like, we're not getting an animal. I come home, there's a bunch of animals. I'm like, fuck. We're trying to plan a future. Why won't you? Anybody, just work with a plan. With it, straightforward. Well, so now I'm having to sleep in my car for like 2 weeks in a city I just get to. There's another one. Screwed me over. She got my animals, my clothes, everything. I find somebody on Craigslist. Really nice lady. A couple years older than me. She's actually in a house fire. She's really beautiful. And her whole face is burnt and melted. She's really sweet. I found out after I left her, like a year or 2 later, her daughter, who I met right before I moved out, was riding with some guys, and they were drinking, and their daughter got killed too. She just had a hard life. Anyway, so I'm living with her for a few months, and she's got this other guy in another room. We don't really talk. We just stay to our corners, So I don't want to fucking deal with nobody, because as soon as we get to be friends, and it goes to shit. So I actually continue this at home. I'm back off. Then I come to a closing spot, and then I'll continue to the end of the part that I want to get all this shit out. I don't want to have to ever tell the stories again, unless I really have to. So then, I'm dating a couple. The only time I ever did a little bit of online dating, I dated this one girl. She was obese. She's so nice. She had a great daughter, Rhiannon. I don't judge anybody. I'm not like, oh, you got to be perfect or this or that. Fuck, I just want a decent person. And I don't remember why we fell out, but then I met this girl named Kristen. And I'm like, wow, you're so nice. You're like so perfect. She's She doesn't want me to meet her kids for a while. I'm like, that's good, It looks like you're responsible and shit. Okay, And then I get ready to come out of work one day. My car's gone. And then what the fuck? Well, there was a guy I gave a ride home, a regular, this native kid. And I guess he saw that my car didn't need a key. And so he came and stole my car. Yeah. That's what I get for helping anybody. Give a guy a ride home. That guy's gonna steal my car. God damn it. Well, Kristen lives in another town. It's like 45 minutes away. And 3 days later, they call me like, hey, we found your car. It's in Brookings or Aberdeen or something. I'm like, it's like 3 hours away or whatever. I guess they got the car and they went and got a whole bunch of drugs and drunk and whatever. And just want to joyride, but my gas gauge don't work, motherfucker. She said I had a quarter of a tank and they just sat there. They just sat there probably all fucking wasted and just kept trying the key. Well, it says it has gas in it. It says it has gas in it. And burned the whole fucking starter out. She takes me and gets my car out of the impound. And I'm like, and I find that out. I'm like, fuck. Okay. Can you borrow me like $200 so I can go get a starter and install it right here in the fucking impound lot? Sure. Or I think we jump started to get there. I don't know. In the car, there's all these bottles, all these fucking hypodermic needles, all this shit. Just like, fuck, they must have had a great time. I never touched a needle. I don't know about this shit. Anyway, and he left, but he left what was it, a Kindle under the seat. The funny thing is, his brother called me 2 weeks later and said, hey, in your car, did you find a Kindle? I'm like, nah. My whole life, I'd be like, yeah, sure. I'm like, no, I don't know anything about a Kindle. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I didn't find shit in my car. Okay. So I kept that Kindle. There's a story about that, what happened to that Kindle later. Anyway, so I get my car back. And then on my birthday, she's like, hey, it's your birthday. Let me take you to go get something. I'm like, really? I've had a lot of really shitty birthdays, and almost every Christmas I've had shit. That'd be really sweet. So we go and have lunch, in the city. She takes me out, gets me this bonsai tree. It's one of the only things I still have from the past. I can't believe this tree survived this long. I mean, like, fuck, everything I have is destroyed, stolen, whatever. So I get this bonsai tree, so he survived the bus. That's the part we're going to get to when I get home. Well, and then her ex calls her, one of the kids' fathers.
Did you start the car?
Yeah, in 2 minutes. I have finished.
What the temperature is in my house?
Huh.
61.
Really?
It's warmer out here
Right?
than it is at my house. That furnace just keeps kicking.
Dang. Yeah, I'll start in just a second. I'm on live, but I'm getting ready to close it up.
Huh?
I'm on live.
Oh.
I'm going to close it in 1 minute. I was getting ready to shut it down so I can start.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Don't
It's
sit
fine.
down there.
What? Yeah, I won't. Yep. So anyway, so her ex calls and says, I have a flat tire. I need you to come save me. And he can't fix nothing. He's not good at nothing. Nothing. I mean, whatever. And he's not good with people. He's not good with nothing. But that's okay. It's whatever. So on my birthday, I go pick out the tire, go fix it up, and taking care of her ex like he's one of my kids. Well, and then I ended up moving out there. And I'll continue the rest of this when I get home. And we'll get to COVID. See you soon.